If you search how to raise your credit score, you're going to find a lot of garbage. Dispute everything on your report. Buy trade lines. Use credit repair services. Apply for 10 cards at once. Some of it is misleading. Some of it is outright wrong. Some of it can actually make things worse. And buried underneath all the noise? The strategies that actually work. The legitimate ones. The proven ones. The ones that move the needle without tricks, and without damaging what you've already built. Today we're cutting through everything and laying out exactly what works, how much each strategy can realistically move your score, and how fast. No gimmicks. No services to buy. Just the actual playbook. Let's start with the most important thing to understand. Credit scores don't move overnight. Anyone claiming to raise your score by 200 points in 30 days is either lying or describing a very specific scenario that may not apply to you. Legitimate credit improvement takes months, not days. Some factors, like payment history and length of credit history, build over years. That said, there are specific actions that can produce meaningful score movement within 30 to 90 days. And those are the ones we're focusing on today. Action 1. Pay down credit card balances aggressively. This is the fastest legitimate way to see score movement. Because credit utilization, the percentage of available credit you're using, makes up 30% of your FICO score. And it updates every month when card issuers report your balance to the bureaus. Lower the balance, utilization drops, score goes up. Sometimes within one billing cycle. Here's the specific target. Get every card below 30% utilization. Ideally below 10%. If you have a card with a $5,000 limit and a $4,000 balance, that's 80% utilization. Paying it down to $500, 10% utilization, can produce a significant score jump. How fast? As soon as the new balance is reported, typically within 30 to 45 days of payoff. Action 2. Request a credit limit increase. This is often overlooked, but it's powerful. A higher credit limit, with the same balance, reduces utilization immediately. Call your credit card issuer. Ask for a credit limit increase. Many issuers will do a soft pull, which doesn't affect your score. If approved, utilization drops without paying down a single dollar. Example, $3,000 balance on a $5,000 limit, 60% utilization. Limit increased to $10,000, same $3,000 balance, now 30% utilization. Score improvement, without spending or paying anything extra. Important. Only do this if you won't be tempted to spend up to the new limit. The goal is lower utilization, not more available credit to use. Action 3. Dispute errors on your credit report. Credit report errors are more common than people realize. Accounts you didn't open. Late payments that were actually on time. Debts that were paid but still reporting as outstanding. Identity theft accounts. Every error drags your score down, unfairly. Pull your free credit reports from annualcreditreport.com. One from Equifax. One from Experian. One from TransUnion. Review every account. Every payment history. Every balance. Dispute anything inaccurate directly with the Bureau online. By law, bureaus must investigate disputes within 30 days. If the error is confirmed and removed, score improvement can be immediate and significant, depending on what the error was. This is one of the highest leverage actions for anyone with errors on their report. Action 4. Become an authorized user on someone else's account. If you have a family member or trusted friend with excellent credit, ask to be added as an authorized user on one of their oldest credit cards. You don't need to use the card. You don't need to have the card mailed to you. Just being added transfers the payment history and account age of that card to your credit report. If the account has been open for 10 years with perfect payment history, that history now appears on your report. This can produce rapid score movement, particularly for people with thin credit files or those rebuilding. The risk, if the primary cardholder ever misses a payment, that negative mark also transfers to your report. Choose wisely. Only do this with someone who has impeccable payment history. Action 5. Get current on any past due accounts. If you have accounts that are currently past due, bringing them current is urgent. A past due account actively being reported damages your score every single month it stays delinquent. Bringing it current stops the bleeding. The negative mark from the original late payment remains, but it stops compounding. And over time, as the delinquency ages and on-time payments pile up, the score recovers. Call the creditor. Explain the situation. Ask about a payment arrangement to bring the account current. Most creditors would rather get paid than send the account to collections. Action 6. Don't close old accounts. This one is about protecting what you have, not building new. Length of credit history is 15% of your score. Closing old accounts, even ones you don't use, shortens average credit age, which drops the score. Keep old accounts open and active, even with small occasional purchases paid off in full each month. A small charge every few months keeps the account active without carrying a balance. Action 7. Set up autopay on everything. Payment history is 35% of your score. One missed payment, just one, can drop a good credit score significantly. Set up autopay for at least the minimum on every account. Not because minimum payments are the goal for debt payoff, but because missing a payment because you forgot is a completely avoidable score hit. Autopay is the simplest protection against accidental score damage. Action 8. Apply for a secured card if you're starting from zero. If you have no credit file, or a very thin one, a secured credit card builds payment history from scratch. You deposit cash as collateral, that becomes your credit limit. Use it for 1 or 2 small purchases per month. Pay it in full before the due date, every month. Within 6 to 12 months, a real credit file develops. Score movement follows from there. Now, what doesn't work? Paying a credit repair company. Legitimate credit repair is something you can do yourself, for free, by disputing genuine errors. Credit repair companies can only do what you can do. They cannot legally remove accurate negative information, no matter what they claim. And some operate in legally questionable territory. Save the monthly fee. Do it yourself. Disputing accurate negative information. Some advice tells people to dispute everything, accurate or not, hoping creditors won't respond to the bureau within the 30-day window. This is legally questionable. It rarely works, and it wastes time that could be spent on legitimate improvement. Only dispute actual inaccuracies. Rapid Rescore, the gimmick version. There are legitimate rapid rescore services used by mortgage lenders, where corrections to a credit report are expedited ahead of a loan application. But the versions marketed directly to consumers as guaranteed score boosts in days? Usually overhyped. The legitimate rapid rescore only works when there are actual correctable errors on the report. Here's the realistic timeline for meaningful score improvement. 30 to 45 days, reducing utilization through paydown or limit increases. 30 to 60 days, disputing and resolving confirmed errors. 3 to 6 months, establishing consistent on-time payment history. 6 to 12 months, building from a thin credit file with a secured card. 1 to 2 years, recovering from significant delinquencies with consistent positive behavior. Credit scores are built, not hacked. The fastest legitimate improvements come from utilization reduction and error removal. The sustainable improvements come from consistent on-time payments over time. There is no shortcut that bypasses the fundamentals. But the fundamentals, applied consistently, work reliably. And the score that results, over time, saves real money on every major financial transaction you make. Hit like if this gave you an actual plan. Subscribe for the full series. Share this with someone frustrated by their credit score and tempted by one of those gimmick repair services. Build it right. Build it consistently. That's the only credit hack that works. See you in the next one.